everyone. Let's talk about payment on account. You might have heard term payment on account and you might be wondering what it is. So when you submit your self-assessment return and your tax due is more than £1,000, HMRC asks you to make payment for the following tax year as well. HMRC assumes that the tax due for the next year will be same, so they ask you to make payment for the following year along with this year's tax payment. And the way they do this is they split the tax due for next year into two parts, and the first part is due to be paid by 31st of January along with current year's tax, and the second part is paid by 31st of July following year. So for example, if we take an example that for tax year 2022-23 your tax due is £10,000, yeah. So by 31st of January or 31st of January 2024, you need to pay the £10,000 that is due for tax year 22-23, and you also need to pay a payment on account of £5,000, which actually relates to the next year, that is tax year 23-24. So by 31st of January 2023, you will pay £15,000, £10,000 for the current year and £5,000 for the following year. And the remaining £5,000 for the following year, you need to pay by 31st of July 2024. So yeah, you kind of pay in advance, and it offsets against your future payments. So now, if obviously when the tax year 2023 and 2024 ends and your tax due next year is not 10,000, it is more, then you pay that additional amount by 31st of January the following year. So that 1,000 you will pay by 31st of January 2025 along with the payment on account of the year after that. And in case your tax due is less, so let's say your tax is not 10,000 or more than 10,000 for the following year, in fact it is actually less, let's say it's 8,000 next year, then you can adjust your payment on account, the one you are supposed to make on 31st of July, if your tax return is paid if your tax return is submitted during before 31st of July, and if it is not submitted before 31st of July, then that balance will get settled against your following tax year's tax payment. So that's payment on account.